All right, so that does it for the randoms. We do have a community question that you guys talked about last week, and I thought it was a really, really awesome little subject. It's actually one of my favorite subjects that's making a bit of a comeback. So Gabe, actually, let us know, what did you ask the community last week?
What are your favorite mini games in fighting games?
Yes, the accursed content that isn't just fighting computers or your homies, like something else to kind of take your mind away from the usual stuff. It goes as far back as destroying someone's car, which doesn't even originate technically from fighting games. That came from Final Fight first, right? Like you actually destroy someone's car and you had to be like, oh, my car, right? That was added in there. It's in Mortal Kombat Test Your Might, right? You got some of the Neo Geo joints. You got Tekken Ball, Tekken Bowling. Sean with his basketball game, the parry, Art of Fighting with you destroyed the tree, or is that you cut the tree or something? You chopped the tree. I'm trying to remember which one it was. But yeah, it's kind of has a long lineage on it. So we asked you guys, what are your favorite ones? What are the ones you're feeling, or you wanted to kind of give a quick shout out to? And I'm just gonna get some of these responses here from our awesome members here out in Discord. Once again, guys, if you want to get involved in this, definitely join us, smash.gg/discord. But let's see. There are some technicalities. I want to put it out there. So, there are some technicalities for sure. So for Dots the Omen, shout out to Dots. He's kind of calling out. It's kind of funny. I feel like this is more of a spin-off than a technicality, but it's like kind of like there too. Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. Like hit us with like the entire game, which I'm like, it's not like in a fighting game, but it's basically a fighting game. Like if you get what I mean, like it's basically is MK. It's just we unhinged the camera, and it had a lot of little mini games in it. It still had like the fatalities and such you had to follow through with. So I want to call it a technicality that's a yes, and it is a fire game. Ed Boon, please give us a Shaolin Monks 2. Karnovsky. Puzzle Fighter is saying if that's considered one. I would say it's more. That was definitely more of a spin-off because, like, I'm gonna kind of come back to MK. Like MK Armageddon had mini games, right? Had like Mortal Kombat Tetris, had Mortal Karts in it as well, right? Those are the mini games I'm thinking of. Like Puzzle Fighter. Puzzle Fighter is its own game. Like there's a tournament scene for just Puzzle Fighter itself. There's a competitive scene for that. Like that I think it's its own game. But I kind of get it. It's still kind of in the same vein. Like you could instantly put that if they decided to port that into any fighting game, any Street Fighter, like you would just accept that. Like, yeah, it's just a mini game. Cool. But then he kind of backed up and said, break the targets and platforms on Smash Brothers.
You know what? Yeah.
Do you guys remember Street Fighter 4 when they had I think it was Street Fighter 4 where they had the barrels rolling down?
They brought the barrels back from Street Fighter 2. Yep.
Bro, the hit detection on that was so garbage.
It was weird.
I love it.
But it was still cool that they brought it back, but it was so bad. The hit detection.
What else we got? Earthworm Ben. Chess Combat. Chess Combat, always fun. I put up the combat carts because I was like, that was pretty fun. What else? Who else do we got? Any other ones here?
I just want to go back to break the targets. So many hours left on that. Yeah. I've gotten taken away from that.
Karnovsky hit us with Tekken Bowling. Tekken Bowling is a classic for sure. Tekken Bowling could honestly just be its own thing at this rate. Like, and I would actually pay like the $5 or whatever and just have Tekken Bowling as a game on my Steam library that I could just go to. I don't even have to worry about Tekken 7. Like, give me customization still. Give me some fun extra stuff there, but I could just play Tekken Bowling as is. But hopefully that gets bundled up with Tekken 8 or bring back fucking Tekken Ball. Like, I like Tekken Ball. I don't know about y'all, but I was a fan of Tekken Ball.
You just play Roger.
Just play Roger? Okay, that's cheap.
Roger.
That's cheap.
Does Tobal's RPG count? Remember that game?
Tobal's
Tobal?
RPG?
We rented Tobal.
I know what you're talking about.
I think it was Tobal 2.
Two has the RPG. Well, they both have the RPG element, but 2 has the bigger RPG element.
So funny story. Funny story. Remember Guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Fantasy 7 characters. My bad. So what's funny is my friend out of nowhere was like, "Yo, I remember this game when they were like laying on the beach and then they had to run and catch a flag." And I was like,
That was an guys.
They lay on the bridge,
guys.
and then they flip over real quick, and then you have to keep mashing the button for them to run towards it.
Yeah, there were races you had to do.
There's some silly stuff.
And the thing is,
I
found it.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I actually have the game, but I found it recently on like one of those No Bear DC Dreamcast emulators, and I played it on stream. And he's watching. He's like, "No, that's not the game." I'm like, "No, it totally is.
This is exactly what you described. Then what the fuck? So the talk about mini games is awesome because I think that needs to, we're coming back to it where we feel like we need to have more content in fighting games, and it's sure if you like a fighting game, the hardcore you're just gonna play through, but sometimes you just want to disconnect a little bit, even if you are hardcore. But the casuals are definitely gonna want to do more than that, right? They're gonna get bored really quick, or rather they're gonna go through the content fast. I think the MK games have always done a really good job in having something a little extra in there. Especially by the time Armageddon came out, right? There was so many little mini games there. But Street Fighter 6 is showing off to be bringing that back even more, right? From what we saw, there's going to be the old school, the original Street Fighter original Street Fighter mini game. From the original Street Fighter game where you just had to break the 4 planks, so you had to learn to jump, kick, and punch versus kick or roundhouse or whatever. They're bringing that back. They're bringing command moves and stuff. But the cool thing about these mini games, that the way that they're doing it, I've said it before, is that it's going to help teach you the game too. You could just spend hours doing this and not realize you're honing in on your muscle memory for a fireball, for a DP, for a flash kick or something, right? Or even for just general links too, because then if you have to mash on a car, you're maybe trying to combo as best as you can, so you're just pressing as many buttons. But yeah, the mini games are always something fun, always something enjoyable for sure. I hope they don't go anywhere anytime soon. I hope we get more of them. I want more of them. I wish Guilty Gear had some kind of mini game in it. It's got great tutorial and stuff. But I need. That's not a mini game. That's just menu mashing, man. And plus, and even then, there's a limit. I already got everything. I can decorate my whole house with everything.
You want to know how you know what they should do in Smash? Because Smash has some really good mini games. I thought
Smash
actually talked about how to play the game too. Smash the Targets was really freaking cool, and I actually appreciate watching people speedrun it because it was just different, right? You never seen it before. Mm-hmm. But just Smash the Targets, I spent a lot of time in that. I spent a lot of time in the home run challenge, the stupidest thing ever. Just a home run challenge in its own.
The space story mode and such that individual you're platforming all over the place. It was stuff like that we need to have. I mean, Street Fighter 6 World Tour, right? World Tour is just gonna be a plethora of extra content to do, which I'm super stoked for. But with that, I want to say thanks to, of course, our awesome Discord members for posting up a couple of your mini games. If you're checking out this now, let us know what are your favorite mini games in fighting games. Post them up. Once again, you can join us at mash.gg/Discord. Tell us, come say hi, and then tell us what you like, what you hope to see in the future. I'm still a fan. Also, I think my biggest one was MK9. Is it 9? Test your might, test your luck, test your sight. That was awesome. All that was fire, right? I loved it. And X had it. Sorry, X had only test your might, I think. But I love test your luck. I love test